Okay guys, so as you can see by the title, today I'm going to be reacting to NARA SMITH'S videos. If you were new here, please do click that subscription button and enjoy! Okay, let's get into this video. NARA baby, NARA, come here, come closer, let's talk. Before we get into this video guys, please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. And NARA SMITH'S is going through a lot lately, hey. But we're still gonna react to her videos because I find it so impossible that a person is making so much from scratch. I don't know, am I the only one that's amused by this? I don't know, but let's get to reacting to the first video, okay? This one, when I saw it, blew my mind. I feel like every time I see her videos, every time she pops up on my For You page, on my TikTok For You page, it just blows my mind. Guys, was TikTok made for us? Was it made for human beings? Or, I don't know. Or was it made for superhero, creator, influencers? I can't find the word. But was it made for us? But anyway, I'll still enjoy watching regardless. I don't know when this video was from. Let's see.
As a German, there would
May 30th. And NARA SMITH decided to make Nutella from scratch. Let's watch.
There would always be Nutella in our house, and every time it would run low, a new jar would magically appear. So today I decided to introduce my husband to the concept of Nutella and crepes. I started by roasting my hazelnuts in the oven for about 10 minutes, letting them cool slightly before rubbing.
Did she say she decided to introduce her husband to the concept of Nutella and crepes? Okay.
Them to get all the skin off. I then transferred them over to my food processor and let that go until they turned into a very shiny paste. At this point, I added in my melted chocolate, some cocoa powder, vanilla, a pinch of salt, and some powdered sugar. I turned my food processor back on and let that go while drizzling in some neutral oil. Once that all came together, I put it aside and let it cool slightly, and that was our homemade Nutella. I moved on to making my crepe batter by adding some eggs, milk, water, vanilla, a pinch of salt, whisking that while I gradually added in.
Why can't I be NARA SMITH? Why can't I live in her house? Like, just live in her house. Like, take my whole family, pack our bags, and go live with NARA SMITH. Also, I forgot to say we're from the same hometown. Bloemfontein, baby. Okay.
Some flour, making sure that there's no clumps, and also some melted butter. I heated up my pan and poured my batter in before spreading it as thin as I could. Once my crepes were golden brown,
I actually realized she didn't say Nutella and grapes. She said crepes. So, there is a difference. I'm correcting myself whilst we add it, okay?
I folded them up and drizzled them with some of my homemade Nutella. When my husband tried them, he was shocked at how good they were.
What are crepes? Let's start there. I'm gonna Google for me and others who do not know. It looks like flapjacks. Is it another word for flapjacks? Basic recipe for crepes. What are crepes? French freestyle pancakes. A crepe is a dish made from unleavened batter or dough that is cooked on a frying pan. Basically, it's a type of pancake, okay? It's a type of pancake, and let's leave it at that, all right? We're learning. Okay, now I know I'm gonna make crepes. And not Nutella, but crepes. I'll still buy my Nutella because ain't nobody got time for that. Alright, let's get into the next one. This one just showed me I need to be a mom like this. I need to be a mom like this. This convenience thing of just going to the shop and getting our own cough syrup, like Nara.
This morning my toddlers woke up with a cough and a little bit of a sore throat, and I don't usually keep cough drops or traditional medicine in the house, so let's make some. I wanted to make lemon ginger and elderberry cough drops. I poured some honey into my pot and then moved on to peeling my ginger. Didn't want to use too much ginger because I didn't want it to be too spicy for them, so I just eyeballed it. And then also,
at least she's thinking about her babies. She didn't add too much ginger so that it's not too much for the babies. Yes, girl.
So added some elderberry and about half a lemon. You can definitely adjust this to whatever you want to do. After I added all my ingredients to my honey, I gave it a good stir and boiled it on the stove until it reached about 300 degrees Fahrenheit. In the meantime, I prepped my mold. Once my honey was hot enough and reached the hard crack stage, I spooned it into my mold. I had to work quickly because
Kitty strepsils. NARA Smith is making strepsils. Are those the cough drops she's talking about? She's making lozenges.
quickly because towards the end my honey began to thicken. Popped those in the fridge to harden quicker, and then when they were cooled off, I popped them out of their molds. I laid them on some arrowroot powder to prevent them from sticking, but you can also use cornstarch or powdered sugar. These were so soothing.
Tell me you don't want to be a mom like this. Tell me you don't want to be a mom like this. Like, when my child gets sick, I panic. I will go to the doctor. I will go to Discount Clicks. I will go to the pharmacy and get medication. I will not think of getting a ginger and a lemon and honey and putting it on the stove and... Nara baby. Nara baby. Speaking about being a good mom, it brings me to the next video, because if I can make my babies, my nieces and nephews this happy with this next one, man, I would take auntie of the year, mommy of the decade. Let's watch.
My husband's about to go on a 25-hour road trip, so I decided to make him some bubblegum lollipops.
Wait, she's making it for her husband, but I think I'd make something else for my husband, not this, when he goes on a trip. So, yeah.
As a little treat on his drive. Started out by making my bubblegum by spreading some powdered sugar on some wax paper, melting down my gum base.
She started off by making bubblegum. Guys, I saw an actual video of her making bubblegum. Bubblegum. Chewing gum. Not me chewing my gum, my literal... Not my gum. The meats of my cheek. But guys, I saw an actual video of her making bubblegum. Wow. Okay, let's continue watching.
Transferring that into the middle of my mounts I created, I added some apple flavor to one of them and added some vanilla extract to the other to make two different kinds of flavors before kneading in my powdered sugar. Once a good portion of them was absorbed, I cut them up and formed them into little gumballs before putting them aside while I got started on making my lollipops. Obviously had to try one and make sure that it was the right consistency, which it was. I then moved on to making my lollipops by combining some sugar and syrup in a pot before placing that on my stove to boil. In the meantime, I put my gumballs on top of my lollipop sticks before checking on my sugar mixture on the stove. I wanted to keep a close eye on it to make sure it reached the right temperature before adding in some more apple syrup and green food coloring since I was making apple flavored lollipops. Once it reached the hard crack stage, I transferred it over to my silicone molds before placing my lollipop sticks inside. To speed up the cooling process, I placed them in the fridge and then had Lucky get them out of the molds because I couldn't for some reason.
Where does she buy these molds? Like, can we get this off Shein? Can we get it from Temu? Like, where does she get these molds for making lollipops?
He got them out and couldn't contain his excitement, so he tried one of them and absolutely loved them. I wrapped up the other ones so he could take them on.
Nara baby? Nara baby? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Guys, do we still need to talk about Nara Smith? Is she like a kitchen superhero? Like, is she like I can't even think. Why does Nara Smith leave me so surprised every time? Like, she leaves me so surprised every time. Like, but the good part is that she is not alone. I found a video of her husband, Lucky Blue Smith. I was about to say I found a video of her Lucky Blue Smith. Which I'm going to personally try because I've got all the ingredients at home. I don't think I'll shoot that video, but I will try it, okay? I will.
We were about to go to bed when I realized that we were all out of toothpaste. So my husband went downstairs to make some. Lucky is very precise in his measurements, so he started out by measuring some bentonite clay. He added that to a bowl with...
That time I used bentonite clay for my face. For my face. And they're about to use it for toothpaste. Let's watch.
With a tablespoon of water. We weren't making a huge batch, so this was more than enough. He mixed it until it was all smooth and broke a spoon in the process. Then he moved on to measuring out some coconut oil and adding that to our clay mixture. He also added a teaspoon of baking soda. He gave that a really good mix, made sure everything was combined before he added the last two ingredients, which were some stevia and peppermint essential oil. We love our toothpaste quite minty, so he added a lot of essential oil before mixing that up one last time and transferring that over to a glass container. I know everyone's teeth are different, so this might not work for everyone, but the smell of this and the texture of this, I love having it on hand.
I hope it works for my teeth. I hope it works for my teeth, Nara. I hope it works for my teeth, girl. Because if it doesn't...
bed when I realized that...
If it doesn't, you're in big trouble. And last but not least, the video that blew me away. It blew my mind away. As you guys know, I have recently introduced myself to bubble tea, Boba. And Nara baby decided to come onto the internet and make bubble tea, which created a whole bubble on the internet. That's a story for another day. But she created bubble tea and I was like, Nara girl, come sit in my bag. Should I come and fetch you? Put you in my suitcase? And come back with you? Because, oh wow, it blew me away. It blew me away. Let's check it out.
Ever had a craving that you can't stop thinking about until you actually have it? I've been craving boba for so long that I just decided to make it today. I combined some brown sugar and water, let that heat up before adding in some tapioca, starch, and black food coloring.
I feel like it's a craving. She's right. It's a craving that you have that just doesn't go away until you have it. Literally, until you have it. Ever since I started drinking boba, I can't even stop thinking about it. Like, it's bad. It's an addiction. It's bad. It's really bad.
I then return that to the stove until it thickens up before adding the rest of my tapioca starch. Once that was all combined, I poured it onto my counter and started kneading it until it all came together. I then split my dough in two just so it's easier to handle and rolled it out before cutting it in small.
And also, why does she dress so good when she makes these videos? She dresses so nice. Like, Nara girl, also your dresses, you can pack them with you. I can put you in my suitcase with your dresses.
Smaller pieces and rolling those into balls. You can make them as big or as small as you want. I made them a little smaller because I knew that they were gonna expand once I boiled them. Once my dough was rolled out into balls, I transferred them over to boiling water and let them boil for about 15 minutes while I got started on steeping my rooibos tea. Right before my pearls were done cooking,
I like the fact that she's using rooibos tea. My favorite tea in the entire world.
Heated up some brown sugar and transferred them over. Once they were all coated in the brown sugar, I poured them into my glass, topped them with some ice and my rooibos tea. I obviously needed a splash of milk, and this hit the spot. It was so much better than store-bought boba.
She said it was so much better than store-bought boba. I don't know. I don't think I'll make boba myself at home, but okay, Nara. Okay. Wait. Let's come back to the rooibos tea. Is rooibos tea in the whole world? I thought it was just a South African thing. Interesting. Anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. If you have enjoyed today's reaction, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye. Actually, if you have watched till this far, I hope that you do subscribe. I don't know why Nara Smith speaks in an ASMR voice, a soothing voice. She must just stick to making her boba, and we will just stick to buying our boba. Anyway, goodbye. See you in my next video.